welcome to the programme. Thank you for coming on.
Hi, Nigel.
Now, we've seen the death of the last king of Greece, King Constantine, who of course was a godfather of yours and linked and related, of course, to the late Duke of Edinburgh. So I'm sorry for your loss. Do you, as a member of a European royal family, do you see any prospect of monarchies returning in Europe?
I do. King Constantine was my godfather. He was also related to my father's mother, who was Alexandra of Greece, who was she was, I believe, aunt to King Constantine. I believe that monarchies do have a time and place in the modern world that we live in. I believe that let's put it this way: that democracy, as we can see, is failing before our eyes, and I believe that monarchies have a low time preference philosophy, meaning that we're not that we don't think about doing things now and discounting the future. So basically saying that the democracy is all about instant gratification, and in every 5 years we have a new system, or they're revoted, and it's the same story over and over again without any progress. While the monarchy, decisions are made that last for the long term. Decisions are made.
That's very interesting. No, it's very interesting. It's interesting. I mean, we, of course, had the loss of our Queen last September, and a massive outpouring of grief and emotion that took place in this country, and a very popular monarchy. I'm going to ask you a question that you might want to dodge, but do you think Prince Harry is doing the reputation of the British royal family the amount of harm that I think it is?
I believe, yes, I believe he is, but I also believe it's bread and circus. It's all theatre. He's making a lot of money out of it, him and Meghan. I think that's irrespectful. Oh yeah, a lot. I think that's disrespectful towards the family. They said they wanted to be left alone, but here they are making $100 million Netflix shows, and then he's going on huge interviews, and now coming out with a book called Spare. Which probably is Spare. So it's probably some Freudian fantasy land in there. So it's good. It's really, I don't think it's respectful. I used to sort of relate to Prince Harry when I was younger. He had the cheeky side. It was all quite fun and everything. I had respect for him then. But since he getting together with Meghan, I had nothing wrong with Meghan. But then they became a little bit too woke. And obviously didn't respect what the monarchy actually stands for. And as I was talking before, monarchy really is about the long time preference. I mean, low time preference thinking, philosophy that lasts for a long time. This creates unity. Yeah. This creates custom, respect. This creates continuity. And then there they are, just saying, no, me. I want it my way. I'm not respected. I'm not
I mean, look, It's disgusting. Now, Serbia. I was in Belgrade this time last year with the Djokovic family when Novak was virtually under house arrest in Melbourne. And let's hope he goes on and wins the title.
I hope so too.
A quick thought, if you could. We don't understand much about it. The Balkans has always been very complicated for British people. There are some very serious tensions on the border with Kosovo. The border's been shut between Serbia and Kosovo recently. Please tell us we're not heading back towards another Balkan war.
I hope not. Firstly, I would like to give my support to Djokovic. He is a national hero, national treasure. I fully support for what his beliefs, and he is totally right for taking a stance that he did back then. And it's proving to be even more right today, with given the current situation with the excess deaths and so-called. But we're not allowed to talk about that much. But I'm sure that will be big news soon. Now, regarding Kosovo. Well, I can comment on that. I think, I'm happily unvaccinated. I waited on the sidelines, wanted to see how this experiment panned out. Fine. Yeah. Fine.
So, and then now we do give balance, Philip. We do give balance to both arguments on this show. But just a quick thought, very quick thought, if I can, on Kosovo.
Sure, certainly. So Kosovo, firstly, its independence was, in my opinion, and many people's opinion around the world, that it was illegitimate. It was a unilateral decision done in 2008 that didn't really incorporate a referendum. This was done by powers such as the US, Germany, and the UK. And still to today, we have countries like Spain and Greece, Russia, India, China, and Brazil still not recognizing Kosovo as independence. Kosovo is a hugely cultural importance to Serbia. It is Serbian soil. The patriarch gets enthroned there for the last 800 years. It is very important to Serbia's sovereignty. So what's happening today, I think someone is just, let's say, rustling the bush a little bit to try and create a little bit more instability in the region. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it very, very carefully. We're going to watch it very carefully. And at some point, Prince Philip, at some point, we're going to get you back on when you're in London, in the studio, to talk about Bitcoin, which you are a great enthusiast for. And given the current recent scandals, it maybe needs a few people to speak up on its behalf. But for now, can I say an enormous thanks for joining me tonight on GB News.